well, here we are again in the basement. So this room back here is going to be a tricky closet, or at least that's my goal. I'm not 100% sure I can do tricky because a friend of mine came over and gave me some pointers and tips on stuff, so things I'd forgotten. So he comes downstairs and he's a real nice guy, so he's like, oh, it looks really nice, but you've made a few mistakes. So I was like, good to know, good to know. Of course, the biggest mistake is letting everything get filled up. And if you see as I wander around here, yeah, stuff. Lots of stuff in my basement. The only thing I really got right on all the doors, this is at the right height. Bam. Everything else, this, wrong width. Drat. See right there? That board kind of has a slant like this. It should be more like that, even with the window. So what I gotta do is I gotta bring this roof down about 1.5 inches, because if you look, let's move that. See up here? There's a gas line right in between, and on the sides I put two 2x4s. I kind of run the whole distance. Well, that's to bring the roof down just 1.5 inches, because that's like a 3/4 inch pipe. So if I do that, but I have to do that all the way across, bring the whole roof down, so that way it looks nice and flat all the way across. That'll look good, just cost more 2x4s, but thankfully 2x4s are relatively cheap. Alright, that's my little mini update for the moment. And I started trying to put in a light. See if you can see that. One little can light. Gotta move that too now. Bring it down 1.5 inches like the rest of the room. So, stuff. Alright. Took out my light. That was in the wrong spot. Now I gotta lay up a bunch of boards. Next. Alright. So I'm back at it. So, I got some more lumber. I decided to stick most of it up here already. I just noticed that some of the nails aren't quite as good as I should, but I don't know if you can see that. So I still have the ends there to cap off, but works out pretty good because I didn't really sell an 11-foot piece. So I didn't want to cut down a bunch of 12s, and 10s were a little bit cheaper. So that worked out pretty good. I got most of the windows, which if I go this way it'll get all bright, but I got most of the windows rearranged so that way they'll drywall just fine. I got the lights put in for here, so put in as one thing, wired up as the second thing, so I work on that. Speaking of, I got my new little box in there. Yay, new box. So the trickiest thing I did yesterday was this guy here. So here's my door. Before I had it just button up against this wall. Well, my drywall buddy said that I couldn't just butt it up against the wall. That it would be better to do something more like this. So now I've got 2 studs here basically against this wall. So this is my flat wall coming in this way. I'm going to drywall into here, and then it comes up to my little miniature header. And speaking of miniature header, you can see it right there. I had it coming over to here. Well, this distance even before was only 36 inches. I need 38. So what I had to do is take out that stud right there, chop that dude off, and actually I put him over here, and then I made this total opening. I made that guy 38 inches across now, and then what I did is I doubled this up so it'd be nice and sturdy. It shouldn't go anywhere. And I put my little box back in, nice and cute. I got my wire here to put into the box, which will also power these 4 lights. So I got 2 at the end of the room here. And if I go all the way back, another one and another one. They should be lined up pretty close. I'm going to take a tape measure and a screw and set those to the right spots a little bit today. But that's it. Talk to you in a bit. Oh, some metal channel. I use that to build this little wall up here. A little 10-inch wall. Just kind of hangs down. It's real lightweight. I could do it by myself. Worked out pretty good. It's got 2 screws in the bottom of each one of those. I'm hoping that won't cause any trouble when we go to drywall it. Angel, my drywaller, says that that shouldn't be a problem. Well, so that's how I was supposed to do it. So I'm gonna see if that'll be a problem, but I'm hoping not. But yeah, it was pretty lightweight. It's a little over 12 feet long, so I could actually build it on the floor and pick it up. I'm just not sure I can do the pieces that have to span from here to that wall over there. That's a 5-foot span right there. So that works out pretty good. But yeah, I guess I should know because this wall behind me here, that board on top is a 16er. So I got that room working on. This room I'm working right now, but I got the other room pretty much mostly done. All right. Here's something. This guy right here. Check this out. Now, if I saw this in any other videos, I think I have it in another video, but I'm not sure. I pointed it out. The whole thing was caked with mud. If you look on top of the I-beams and stuff, there was mud on all the I-beams, and a good portion, not all, but a portion of the rafters have mud on it. I think when they built this place, the week or whatever they were doing it, it was all muddy. Go figure. All right, so I got my door in. Got my 2x4s doubled up here. Got my little header built. Probably the only weak point in it is this right here, which I think might cause a little bit of trouble, but I'm hoping once I get a drywall it won't be a problem. I got 2 light switches ran, plus the power's coming in from up there, which runs all the way back in that dark corner. But my power comes in here, and I got it going over here to... Ooh, switches. This guy here is currently hooked up to nothing. Hooked up to anything, nothing. Not hooked up to anything. There's a wire running towards the middle of the room that I have that hooked up for, so I can put in a single circular light fixture for a fan or something along those lines. Other than that, I got my 4 lights in. I love can lights. Makes this room wonderfully bright. And if you can look on the ceiling, I'm not sure if I'm getting that picture or not, but on the ceiling up there, I don't have my pieces going all the way across to finish up the roof just yet. Another thing I gotta talk to Angel about. Yeah, right now I've done some other weird things. So my window here looks nice. I got a nice square opening. The only thing is down here in this little corner, if we can look at my corner, I had to knock it up off the piece that I had here so it's not fitting flush. And this piece I left a little bit of a gap. So right here, I've got enough room to put another 2x4 in that runs the entire length. That's pretty much going to frame up my whole window. Because if you look at it this way again, everybody fits real nice. These guys across the top, dude on the side, and the one on the bottom. So once I put this guy in, then I'm going to screw probably up to the top, or maybe nail it or something on the bottom too to hold it in there. That way that little gap right there won't be much of an issue. I got all my wires ran. Got a little bit of extra there because I had a little too little there before, and I hate too little, so I put a little extra in, which, it's just a waste of wire, but for this project I can waste a little bit. I've already spent a bunch on it. Well, a bunch in my time. Oh yeah, I got my blocking all set up. So now I can put drywall here and drywall there. Work out really good. I have a plug there that has a wire, 2 wires, one going to that extra room and one going to these 2 sockets here because, well, who doesn't need more sockets? But I have to head to the store and get some 10-footers because I need exactly a 5-foot run will make the rest of that roof. And I figured I'd just get some 10-footers and have them cut those all in half, and then I'll be set. Alright.